every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this. There has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website. Check it out. He's dead.
Oh, 6 years after he passed away.
It states she reportedly had heard rumors, but nothing substantial. But then you put the rumors to
while
death.
They were still married.
You sentenced the rumors to death.
While they still were married, she heard rumors.
Right. Probably all her life she's heard rumors. Like you're dating, you're dating your dad, right? I look just alike. I'm like, girl, somebody told me you dating your father. You know, that's what kind of thing. You know he gay, right, Percy?
Please, why are you laughing at him? Don't laugh at him. Please don't.
Okay, let me continue with the story.
Oh, man.
Even today, it's still funny. Oh my gosh, if you haven't heard this show, it's Talk Lately, and it's only on BeExposedRadio.com every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and on YouTube. Just go to Be Exposed Radio.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
TGIW, you're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show. Well, TGIW, everybody. Welcome to the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BeExposedRadio.com with your girl, Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah. You already know one of the co-hosts, Blizzard.
And the artisan Angel HL7 Asher.
Right on time, my man. Right on time. Glad you made it. So as you know, we are here live every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What's poppin'? What's going on, outsiders? It's Monday night, 7 o'clock. You know what it is. Just a Bit Outside radio show on BeExposedRadio.com. Yo, I'm your peoples. I'm your fan. It's Keish in the building. And across from me, my main man, Mark Foster. What up?
The pleasure is all yours.
Okay, so Mark's feeling himself tonight. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Oh, man. We were talking before the show started. Man, that time change. I used to never be affected by it, but that getting so dark so early last night just killed me. That extra hour of darkness, like, I passed out during Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that. Raiders-Dolphins. And, yeah, man, I just, like, I woke up and it was like the news was on. I didn't even care who won. I was just like, let me get back to sleep.
Yeah, that game was it was all right game last night. It was slightly entertaining, but I fell asleep on it as well. But real chill weekend.
Yeah.
Stayed low, watched a lot of sports. Took it easy, for real. A lot going on around town this weekend. First big thing, most notable thing that went on was the big City Poly game. The 129th City Poly game down at the M&T Bank Stadium where the Ravens play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the City Knights and the Poly Parrots. I think it's the Parrots for real.
I don't know.
I'm serious. I think somebody help me out on that one. I think it's the Poly Parrots though. Yeah, but the big game, which is, huge high school game, huge rivalry in the city of Baltimore. Everybody gets involved, and like I said, it's down at the stadium, so it's a pretty big deal. And this year's game was pretty exciting. We had a comeback in the fourth quarter. Yes, City came back to defeat Poly 22-18. Shout out to the City Knights. Stand up. Beating Poly. Poly won a cracker. Y'all suck. Shots fired. That's what we do. Poly won an L. Man, that's...
Congratulations to the City folks. Poly, there's always next year.
Yeah. But there was one good thing about the game, and kind of like a historical moment. Poly had a girl on the football team.
I read a little bit about that. I didn't get the whole story.
Yeah, JC Lee. I think her name. Yeah, JC Lee. Shout out to JC Lee of Poly. Yo, she was the first woman to ever participate in the City Poly game. I mean, that is crazy. You want to know what's even crazier about this whole thing?
What's that?
She didn't play in the game.
What?
Right. Man, what the hell? Right. JC. I hope you get some playing time next year. I believe she's a junior, so she's got one more year. She's got one more shot to get into the big game.
What position is she?
Christ almighty.
Mark asking the hard questions.
Right. Don't get me to lie, but I want to say she's on defense for real.
Okay.
Like, not special teams, but, if any of the outsiders know what position JC plays, or JC Lee, if you're watching, holla back. Let us know what position you playing, yo. We're gonna advocate for her and get her in that field, man.
Yeah.
It's wild. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to City Knights. Poly, y'all some Bama's. Let's move on. What the fuck moment of the week? The WTF. And you know what, y'all? We are so happy. We're gonna double down on the WTFs this week. Yes, we got 2 WTFs. I'm gonna do one, and you wanna do the other one?
Sure.
All right. The first WTF moment of the week, and feel free to fill in whatever I miss, because I'm in rare form tonight. Yes, the Cleveland Browns, the Booty Browns. All right. Just a little background about the Cleveland Browns. They are 0-8 under Hugh Jackson. And he's he's going to get fired at the end of the season. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they've had 2 horrible losing seasons. And I'm pretty sure he's on his way out the door. Let's call on our prayer warriors for that brother, man, because I don't know, man. I feel like he's getting the short end of the stick for real.
Well, that's one thing they have always said, though, is like he's very well liked by team management, team ownership, and everyone expected him to get fired last year, and they're like, no, he's just one of us. So maybe he has a job for life.
Does he want that job for life is the question, for real. But, so Cleveland Browns. They're in need of a quarterback. We all know that. And trade deadline was last week, right?
Last Tuesday, October 31st. I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
Right.
31st at 4 p.m.
4 p.m. The deadline was 4 p.m. In the real world, gotta meet your deadlines, right?
Yeah. You know, in high school, you can hand it in a little bit late sometimes. And, you know, sometimes, depending on your job, you can hand something in a little bit late. But when the NFL lays a deadline down, you got to meet that deadline.
Yeah, in the real world, almost doesn't count. So they attempted a trade with Cincinnati for A.J. McCarron.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Which, you know, would have been a pretty good pickup. This is a great idea. Great fucking idea. You know? And
they thought it was a great idea, too.
Yeah. They took to Twitter. We're all rejoicing for them. We're like, yes. This might be a step in the right direction. They just might win a game. What do these Bamas do? Mark, what do these Bamas do?
They celebrated. And they celebrated. And they celebrated. Past the deadline.
Dude, they missed the deadline. The paperwork was late. And the trade was nullified, dog. Like, you missed a trade. You messed up something that could have saved your team, that could have saved your season. Like, I mean, we all know the season was going to be horrible, but it could have been that asterisk. Well, at least we got that quarterback.
It would have saved them from joining the Lions at 0-16 for a season. Now, we're just waiting.
Dog. You missed the deadline. You missed the quarterback. It's an embarrassment around the league, embarrassment around America. Like, I don't know how do you do that? How do you do that? Cleveland Browns fans, I feel so bad for you. You don't deserve this. You
just got to wonder, like, how many bottles of champagne they were popping or something like that. Because, I mean, it said they were celebrating and they were so happy that they got this trade done. That they didn't get the trade done.
Yo, that is the WTF moment of the week. That's mine, you know. Mark, I think Mark's is a little more fun.
There's a lot of WTFs this week.
Yeah, there's so much to choose from, yo.
But there's a sponsor of the NFL out there. A lot of people see their commercials each and every week. Papa John's Pizza. Official sponsor of the NFL. Yes. And if you remember right, a few years ago when the Affordable Care Act was going through, Papa John Schneider, whatever his last name is, spoke out against it, said he's going to have to close stores and this, that, the other thing because, well, he's a jackass. So, jackass. So he goes on, I believe it was during a conference call or something like that for quarterly earnings, whatever, and says that their 10% drop in stock recently was due to NFL players kneeling.
Yes, yo.
He says,
like, yo, and he was dead ass about this. He was dead ass. This is news.
He said because the boycotts are happening, that people aren't watching football, and that they just aren't ordering pizza. And the crazy thing is, DiGiorno frozen pizza started just, hamming it up on Twitter.
Oh, I'm sure.
They had us sells up, them sells down.
Woo! I don't know. I mean, yo. Right, shots fired. That's what we do. Listen, Papa Jackass, your pizza is nasty, okay? Like, straight up, the pizza tastes like garbage. Never mind. Yeah, oh my God. Thank you. I took a poll last week, dog.
Did you?
I took a poll. And seriously, out of the 10 people that I asked, one person liked Papa John's pizza. And this person didn't.
I was waiting for that one.
Yes. And you know what? The one person doesn't even like cheese. She's like this vegan weirdo that doesn't even like cheese on her pizza. So she doesn't even fucking count. Okay? Papa John's pizza is disgusting. Okay? You know, yes, that might be a reason why. And let's not forget about the whole sexual assault allegations or stuff like that. You didn't think that might have a little something to do wrong with your sales declining and the value of your company? You asshole.
Pizza Hut joined in the fray too and said that their sales are actually up for the quarter. So Papa John looks like he's talking out of his papa ass.
Papa John's WTF. The Papa Jackass of the week. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate the laughs this week, man. You provided us with a whole lot of ammunition. And we'll see you next week.
Papa John provided some ammunition for our comments as well.
Uh-oh, what we got? What we got?
Isaac Whitaker, he has some stuff to say.
Oh, what did he say about Papa Jackass?
Let's see. Maybe it's the sauce. Lol, Peyton, and Eli eats that stuff. And I think Peyton's on the commercials.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's his man.
Peyton's on every commercial nowadays.
Right,
he's getting paid. When
he's not doing nationwide commercials. He's chilling with Papa John's, getting drunk at the college football games.
When he's at the Papa John commercial shoots, you know, he's like, I don't really eat this shit.
Hey, that was better than that was better than mine. Yo, oh man, yo, let's keep it moving. Let's go back local. No. What's up? What?
We're going to keep it moving, but there was another thing that happened this weekend that we didn't cover yet. Not sports related, but I'm sure you're interested. Oh, I went on Sunday and I saw it.
What? Oh! Thor! Yes! Yes! Yo, I am so jealous. How was that joint? Man, oh, man. How was that joint?
It was the shit.
Oh!
It's crazy.
With the Incredible Hulk involvement and everything, like, man, I'm like, how does that work? I am so like, oh, man. Yeah, dog, you win. You win, son.
If you go back to the end of Doctor Strange and the credits, there's like a little scene with him and Thor. They visit that in this movie.
Oh, man.
There's like a whole scene with the theme song from the Willy Wonka movie, which is just nuts and crazy.
Yeah.
This is one of the best Marvel movies.
Oh, man. Come on. Oh, damn. All right.
Wow.
All right. Y'all, when we come back, don't go anywhere. We're going to talk Monday Night Football. We got our hometown hero. And, just a bit outside, yo. Mark, Kescia, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. We got some fun tonight.
What you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
I don't like stuff in my mouth. Is that what you was talking about?
It's in this commercial closing.
No, seriously, I don't. I'm a germaphobe. Everything on your body is dirty.
Everything.
So I'm damn sure I ain't gonna put it in my mouth. That's probably why I'm single. Thank you.
Is there a lies button?
Somebody slapped me on my face with one before. I had to get up and go wash my face. That was done. I said, how dare you? You filthy ass animal. Get the hell out of my house. It was a problem. Because it's like, clearly, you don't remember when I met you, I checked your teeth to make sure you had them all? Because that's a problem for me, too, your dental hygiene. Because if you're missing a tooth in the front, that means you don't brush your teeth at all. I'm sorry. And I know Jabro just had that tooth missing and all, but if I would have met him on the road and, he would have been trying to, like, I'd have been like, what's going on? At least you could have did was break a Tic Tac in half and put it up there when you met me. You just can't be coming to me with no sharp teeth. It's not okay.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop King, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yo, welcome back, Bammers. Welcome back, Outsiders. We're getting it in Monday night. A couple shout outs really quickly. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Isaac. Shout out to Nick. Thanks for watching, tuning in with us. Man, Nick says, where did you get that hammer? They giving those away. Right, I want one. I want one, dog. Like, I want to take that to work and knock some folks out. You know what I'm
It's not that
saying?
heavy.
Let me hold that. Let me hold that joint. Let me hold that
Are you worthy?
Yo, we was just talking about the Cleveland Browns, and while we were offline, we kind of got some breaking, interesting, noteworthy news of the highest caliber.
Let's just add it as the third WTF of the week.
I love it. I love it.
Josh Gordon, wide receiver of the Browns, and ESPN just posted this article like half an hour ago. Gordon did an interview with the magazine GQ, and he tells them that before every game that he's played in the NFL, he took some sort of substance, whether it's weed, alcohol, whatever. every single game he had played.
Man, that dude needs help. Let me tell you guys something. If there is guidelines of what not to do with your career, just follow, Josh Gordon, because that dude needs help. He is lost. He is lost out there. I think he pretty much eliminated his chance of ever coming back to the NFL.
You hope if he's doing this if this interview with GQ that he's trying to make amends and say that he's not doing that anymore, and that's what it seems like.
I don't know, man.
This, like we said, this is just breaking. Just saw it. Haven't even read the whole article yet, so I'm sure we'll find out more.
Smoke weed every day.
Method and red.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? But let's get back at it. Tonight, you guys, we got a football game going on. We got Monday Night Football going down on ESPN. Who the hell is playing? Who is playing tonight? I got the notes, but I didn't even write down who it was. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Eric. We got the Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers, y'all. So we got the mighty Lions at the sweet, sweet Gouda.
Much to Howard's chagrin, the Aaron Rodgers-less Green Bay Packers.
Right. We are now in the era of Brett Hundley. Is that the boy named Brett?
Brett Hundley.
Yeah, Brett Hundley. Yes, making his second career start for Green Bay. And I don't know, man. His first two games, his first game and a half was kind of rough.
Yeah.
4 interceptions. Shit.
Well, he was just probably sitting there like, I'm sitting behind Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to even take the field, maybe to hold a snap for a field goal kick, but that's about it. So when Rodgers went snap, he probably dropped a load in his pants and said, it's time to play with the big boys.
Right. I mean, they just slammed through him out there. And, man, I mean, it's tough. I mean, he's got some pretty big shoes to fill, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's going to be comparing him to Aaron Rodgers. Everybody's going to be saying, well, they're going to be singing the shoulda, coulda, woulda song. This guy's got some pretty tough time ahead.
And it's difficult because, you think these are just the backups. They're just there just in case. I think a lot of people think of the backup quarterback as a secondary player overall in the grand scheme of things. But there's been some notable second stringers that come in when the starter gets injured and do very well. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. See, I hate the guy so much I couldn't even say his name right.
And you know what? A lot of these, some of these younger quarterbacks have been finding success.
Yep.
I mean, look at Trubisky out there in Chicago. He's found a little success. I mean, Dak Prescott is doing well. What's that boy's name? Garoppolo. He's getting his shot over there in
San Francisco.
So,
which after yesterday, San Francisco is probably ready for him because he didn't play. He's learning the playbook. But did you see that final with them and Cardinals?
No.
I think it was 2010, but Cardinals just rocked them the whole game. It wasn't even close.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the good thing for Hundley, they do have a running back.
Yep.
And I am pretty sure that Green Bay is going to be running the offense through what's the boy's name? Aaron Jones, running back for the Green Bay Packers. The one downfall to that is Detroit Lions are pretty good against the run. They also have hella takeaways and interceptions. They're great with turnovers. So it'll be interesting to see how Green Bay's offense fares against, pretty well-tuned Detroit defense.
Yeah. A Detroit team overall that's, even the games that they lost this year, they've been competitive for the most part. I think they did get like one massive blowout.
Yeah.
But if they're not winning, they're in the game. And a team that, by all rights, especially with the Packers out of it, should make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Not to say the Packers are out of it, Howard. Sorry. But
Packers are out of it, Howard. Packers are out of it, dog. But back to the Lions. You know, they have to be looking at this game and licking their chops. You know, I mean, this is, with the injury of Aaron Rodgers, you know, this is a team that was like, yo, NFC North is ours for the taking.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And what did they do? They go out and lose two in a row. So, you know, I mean, you know, we're halfway through the season. I don't like to throw around must-wins halfway through the season, but this is kind of a must-win for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanna get that division.
Yep.
You wanna make that statement, and this is what you're supposed to do. You know, I'm expecting Detroit to do what the Ravens couldn't do yesterday, but you know, Detroit has their own problems as well. You know, they have a problem with the red zone, yo. They don't like to score touchdowns. Yo, Matt Stafford threw over 400 yards last week. 0 TDs. They scored 5 field goals, yo. 5 field goals. Speaking of that, I have their kicker on my fantasy team, okay? And we are down to my one player, and I am down by 9 points. I forget Matt Prater.
Prater, yeah.
Prater. Yo, dog, I need you to score 10 points tonight. I know you're not listening. I know you're on the field somewhere kicking balls and shit. But I need the 10 points.
If Stafford's as inefficient as he has been, then you're good.
Yeah. Hey, you guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to talk about our hometown hero of the week. We're also going to talk about Deshaun Watson. Man, that boy got a tough break, man. Rough. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere, Bama.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon.
Plug.
Okay, yeah, shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, you know, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat whatever and everything, but someone actually commented on his Facebook
I didn't even say that. That's kind of
called me a coon, but it's like I like you. It's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday. I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. You know, if you're going to jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. And listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like, you know, she was basically bullied.
But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat says. You gotta say it's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypotheticals in there that could happen to you.
Why do you think
she's not a well-known singer, so she's not going around with security. Since she goes to get her tracks at the mall,
right?
Pow!
Right, but at the same time,
we got a whole bunch of dead cats.
Yeah, but like what she said in the footage, you know, today on The View was basically it's not white people who was threatening her. It was us who was threatening her.
Right. Where do you think she live? I think she live in Atlanta.
Exactly.
They gonna get her at the Ku Klux Klan mall and drag her by her hair. You know her hair made a cat. She got the new weave.
I don't have Jennifer Holliday money, honey. I don't know what this, it might be because it's. I don't got Jennifer Holliday money, but me personally, I feel as though, you know, like I said, once I kind of came out, and even being on this show, because I'm pretty sure the headline says Trump supporter, I'm putting a lot of myself out there. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We're back. Back at it. You guys, when we left off, we were talking about Monday Night Football and this matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. We gave a pretty decent analysis on the matchup. Mark, what's your prediction for tonight's score?
I think the Lions are going to win.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game for Monday Night Football. I'll say 33-27.
33-27. I am agreeing with Mark. I think the Detroit Lions are going to win. It's going to be a high-scoring game. The Packers have allowed at least 100 rushing yards every game this season. You know, Amir Abdullah is going to have a field day. I got Detroit 30, Green Bay 16.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm looking ass whipping. Yeah. So, keeping it moving through the NFL. Big news with the Houston Texans last week. Our guy, we've been raving about him for the past 8 weeks, Deshaun Watson. Man down. Tore his ACL in practice, yo.
Practice. He was locked on for Rookie of the Year, too.
Yes. Dude, I know so many people whose fantasy football teams are like, done, data.
Now they're trying to put together some crazy trades.
Man, they better pick up the phone and call Colin Kaepernick. For real. I don't know what the hell Houston is thinking. And like you said, he was well on his way to Rookie of the Year, man. I mean, he is just off to such an impressive start.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this is something that you really hate to see. And, you know, people, all athletes, not just football athletes, people outside of the realm of football have been contacting them, sending them support. I believe Odell Beckham Jr. was like one of the first people to reach out to him.
Yeah.
Tell him like, look, yo, my leg broke too, dog. Just enjoy the time off, man.
Odell can say that, though. He's a veteran. He's been doing this for so many years. He can appreciate the time off. Deshaun's like, dude, I was just getting my career started.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And this is tough for Houston, too, the organization. They just, you know, we were just saying, like, yo, they are officially off the quarterback carousel. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they officially have the one. And, you know, Deshaun Watson is the one. He is the one. You know, what? You
I do think he's the one, but ACLs can be hard to come back from.
And we're going to come back to this point in a second. But I still believe that he is the one. I'm hoping the brother can come off the injury. Lord, both of us are just tongue-tied today. And do well. But, you know, ACL tears is a funny thing. And this is his second time tearing his ACL. But the first time was on the other knee.
I was just going to ask that.
Yep. So, you know, and sometimes that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tear it on one knee, and then it's like a little overcompensation thing going on, and then you tear the other knee. And, you know, like, a lot of people are questioning his future. And, you know, I guess, you know, that's valid.
Yeah.
It's valid. You know, but
sports medicine has evolved that
yes.
It's way more manageable to come back from than it was 20 years ago, but it's still something difficult to come back from.
Yeah, I mean, yo, ACL, that's just a painful thing. Christ. But, yeah, I mean, that's just rough, you know. What should Houston expect from the backup, Tom Savage?
More interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is a considerable downgrade from Watson. You know, did we pick? I believe we picked them to win the division.
The division, I think so.
Season. Yeah. I think we did. That's rough.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that show. I can't remember.
Yo, I think we did. I think we did. And, so, you know, we'll see how Yeah, I feel like Houston Texans season is pretty much over. It's going to take a miracle. Tennessee's been playing all right. They're probably poised and set to take that division. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Tough tear for Houston fans.
They lost to the Colts. Like,
yeah.
Everyone's been beating the Colts.
Damn it. Damn, Deshaun. That's rough. Speaking of backups, Patriots got a backup last week. Brian Hoyer. What the fuck?
Journeyman. Translation.
WTF too.
Translation: he's played everywhere and got cut.
I think I only know him from the Cleveland Browns, and that's not a good thing.
Now, well, he was playing with the 49ers. Interestingly, he wasn't part of the trade.
Right.
But I guess they cut him when they got Garoppolo, and Patriots said they'll sign him. One thing I didn't realize, he's actually played or been on the Patriots roster before. From 2009 to 2011, he was the backup. So he's familiar. He's familiar with the organization. And you think of the Patriots offense, and it's the same damn thing they ran 8-9 years ago.
It works.
So he's familiar with the playbook. If something were to happen to Tom Brady, let's hope so.
Right.
Brandon Hoyer would be in.
Hey, how comfortable are you with that? They got him for 3 years, I believe.
Yeah, they got a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
More power to him.
But say that you're God, I can't even say the word. Say that you are a New England Patriots fan. How comfortable are you with Brian Hoyer being next in command should the captain go down?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll wait. I will wait.
It's about as comfortable as I am. I have some Patriots friends. Maybe
your friends? Are you friends with them for real?
Yeah. Maybe I'll ask around, or you guys can comment if you're watching. Just
you guys comment. What do you guys think about that? How comfortable if you were a Patriots fan? How comfortable would you be with Brian Hoyer being second in command behind Tom Brady? Now here's the thing, okay? Now, all right. So Tom Brady is 40. He's 40, right?
40.
You know, he's getting towards the end, right? You got Brian, and this is what I'm thinking the Patriots are thinking, and you know what they're being optimistic about this situation. You draft a young quarterback, okay? Let's say, you know, Brady goes down, or let's say in the next year or two, Brady says, you know what? Calling it quits. I'm not doing anything anymore. I don't want to play anymore. You draft you a young quarterback, right? You go ahead, you bring Brian Hoyer up in there, somebody who's a veteran, someone who's been all around the league, so he has no problem learning shit. You know, we know he can learn things. He's seen it all. And you got a rookie quarterback that can watch a veteran for a year and kind of learn things a little bit, you know?
Wouldn't you rather your high draft pick quarterback sit back and learn from Tom Brady, though?
True that, man. True.
There has been.
What can I say to that? What can I do? Thanks, Mark. No I'm kidding.
There has been talk. Well, I'll have to double check. We'll have to double check the contract details, but I'm pretty sure Hoyer's contract. There's not much of a guarantee, so if they cut him, they're not missing out on much for that 3-year deal. But there has been speculation they're going to probably draft someone a QB high in the next couple years.
Why not? Shit,
Tom Brady said like he could see himself playing for 5 more years at a competitive level. Apparently, Belichick was not a fan of that comment. He knows.
You know, and seriously, he's not thinking rationally. I mean, he's like the second. Well, now that Carson Palmer isn't playing anymore, he probably is the most hit active quarterback.
Yep.
In the NFL. I mean, all it takes. I mean, we already know that. You know, Tom Brady's a pussy and he doesn't like to get hit. Let him get his bell rung. Let him take one of them Joe Flacco check please hits. Okay? And we'll see what he's talking about. Got any comments? What's that?
Let's see. Oh, that's right. My Aunt Maria is a Patriots fan. My mom just put that up in the comments.
Whoop,
So
whoop.
I have to hit up the old auntie and find out what she thinks about Brandon Hoyer. Brian.
Damn.
Don't even know the guy's
Sorry,
name.
brother. We get you next time. Keeping it going through the NFL. Yo, this is one of our new segments that we enjoy so much. Who hashtag came through and who was hashtag booty huff week 9 in the NFL. And let's start off with our came through pick of the week. Mark, Eric, you ready for this? You got Mark's pick up there. Mark, who you got?
I'm gonna be surprised if we don't pick the same.
I tried to think outside the box so we wouldn't do it.
Just a bit outside.
Yep. What you get?
Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, good. We got something different.
Because not only last week at the trade deadline did they pull off an amazing trade, picked up G.H.I. from the Dolphins, which you got to be wondering what the hell was Dolphins thinking on that one. They slot him in. He carries the ball 8 times, 77 yards, and they just whoop some ass all over my Denver Broncos.
Yes. Good pick.
Carson Wentz is still looking like a beast.
Yes.
Possible MVP for the league this year. And barring major injury, if the Eagles don't make it to the Super Bowl, I will be shocked.
We'll talk more about the Philadelphia Eagles in a minute. We will keep it moving with my hashtag came through pick of the week. Yo, I'm going with the Carolina Panthers. Yes! Carolina Panthers. Yo, they won their second game in a row. Second game, they played the Atlanta Falcons yesterday. Big division win. They're still in the race for the division title. I know my Who Dat friends will not like that, but, you know, you got to give credit where credit is due. Them boys is playing some ball, man, and, you know, very, very important, very big win for them yesterday. Hey, Melody D, my girl from the Who Dat Nation, said, Booty Huff Bucks. Yo, you totally get your props on that, man. Like, I don't know what the hell happened in that game. I think Jameis went down. Melody, did Jameis go down? Tell me what happened with that in the comments, baby. Yeah.
I don't know if he went down, but I know I caught some post-game comments in the locker room, and he was saying, like, none of the teams just playing like they should. Like, he knows he can play better. You just got to wonder where the motivation is on that team.
Yeah, I mean, yo, that was supposed to be, you know, one of the more intriguing teams of the season. Yo, they was chosen for Hard Knocks. Like,
wasn't it the Bucks that gave the Patriots a tough time early in the season too?
Yes, they did.
I mean, Jameis Winston looked great that game.
Yeah.
And now they're just.
Let me see what Melody is saying here. So Melody says, yes, he went down and then he came off the bench to hit our receiver in the head. CTE! CTE!
CTE is no laughing matter.
I'm sorry when the brother was wilding out. CTE. Hashtag CTE. Shots fired. Eric. That's what we do. Yeah. So, alright. So, yeah, I guess we can give a little subdivision of the hashtag came through. Shout out to the Hooties. Y'all still doing the damn thing. I hate it with my whole heart. Man, I hate it. Yeah, so let's keep it moving. The Booty Huff picks of the week. Mark, who in your eyes is Booty Huff this week?
This week's Booty Huff goes to AJ Green of the Cincinnati Bengals.
CTE!
And Jalen Ramsey of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
CTE! That's my shit.
See these jackasses, more like it.
Yeah.
There's a rushing play that neither one is involved in. And, you know, receivers, they like to, you know, bump and whatnot when they're going down the field. And he just, like, kind of puts his hand up on Jalen, and Jalen shoves him.
Right.
Maybe a little harder than he should have, but we see this every game,
yes.
Probably every play.
Routine shit.
And AJ Green, he thinks he's like Taz, the human suplex machine from wrestling, because he throws Jalen in a headlock. Actually, no, a rear naked choke, which is impressive because he's wearing a helmet.
Yes, yes.
Takes him to the ground, and as he's going to the ground, AJ Green starts punching Jalen in the helmet.
I don't know what's wrong with these guys, man.
I almost wish AJ Green broke his hand and hid in the helmet, because why do you punch the helmet, you moron?
I mean, that dude, I saw that on the highlights, and he literally, like, snapped. You know what I'm saying? Like they had walked, I felt like they had walked away from each other. And all of a sudden, it was just like this thing, it's like, went Incredible Hulk on yo. It's crazy.
They're not going to get fined or suspended. However, they both got ejected from the game, and that wasn't the end of it.
Okay.
Jalen Ramsey starts wandering the bowels of the Jaguar Stadium. Jaguar security was thankfully keeping him away from the Bengals locker room, because he was like saying he was going to kick Green's ass, and what the hell, Jalen? Booty huff.
Mike, I got your ass when I come back. Hey, you guys, when you come back, I'm going to give my booty huff pick of the week. And we're going to talk some more football. All right, don't go nowhere. Just a bit outside.
Yeah, this the man that holds it down. Mr. Showtime, D the Boss. Check us out every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BigExposedRadio.com.
I'm in a relationship. Mm-hmm. My girl happens to be long distance. Mm-hmm. So with that being said,
I beat my thing like it owes me money.
Sorry.
Because I asked that because so many people are not comfortable.
Here's my thing. It's mine.
That's right.
And you need to know yourself before you can have somebody please. If you can't tell nobody how to please you, if you don't know how to please yourself.
That's right.
You know what you like. You know what you like. You know the stroke, all that. Mm-hmm. So you're right. And I mean, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. It's your body. Yeah, I'm over here struggling with the ear.
Yeah, I'm glad it's you today. I'm glad you today, brother.
Oh, this thing going to drop. It's going to drop about at least like 5 times.
I'm over there struggling.
So, E.D., do you have a problem with masturbating?
No, I don't. I don't masturbate often because I have a fear of going blind. So, yes. When I found, yes.
You could go blind from
yes.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. First of all, let me address some hating Bammers that we got out here, for real, for real. Mike Banks, man, stop hating on my Ravens, yo. Stop hating on my Ravens. Yo, be humble. Be humble, Hootie. Be humble, Hootie. Hootie.
Where's the blowfish? How's that for your 90s reference?
Hey, man, Mike want the Ravens to be the booty huff pick of the week, man. I can't go against my team like that. I got my booty huff pick of the week. Who the hell did I pick? I don't even remember. Ooh. Eric, you ready? My booty huff pick of the week is the Broncos defense. Them Bammers are falling from defensive grace. Mark, that's your squad.
I almost picked them. What can I say?
I'm about to say, what can you say for these booty huff Bammers? Dog, they allowed 6 touchdowns against Philly, 31 points in the first half. They also had 9 penalties in the first half.
Now, Philly is the best team in the league right now, so I can
damn.
just only hope that's what it was.
I don't give a damn. That shit was pathetic. Broncos defense, get your head out of your culo. Yo, I hate Mike. Stop stalling. Mike, go away, yo. Go home, Mike. Go home. Go home, yo. I gave you props. Who that is nice. Ravens are sorry as hell. We know, man. We know. Yo, let's keep it moving with the NFL. We'll talk a little bit more. Okay, so here you go, Mike. You can have your fun. We gotta talk about the home team, Mark.
Oh,
Ravens went to Tennessee, take on the Titans. They lost.
They lost.
23-20. And at this point, Ravens have lost 3 of their last 4. Not a happy time in Birdland, yo.
Don't upset Kescia, Mike. I gotta sit with her.
Did you say something else? God damn it.
Oh, crab cake eating Bamas. Crab cakes are delicious. I don't know why you would say that.
I can't even say nothing, yo. I can't even say nothing. Because, yo, honestly, I picked the Ravens to win this week. This was the game we were supposed to win, yo. This was, and I said it earlier, I hate saying must wins at the middle of the season. This was a must win. Did this Bama say something else? Yo, I'm about to block Mike Banks. I'm about to block Mike Banks, yo.
Okay, props. Just wanted to hear it. See? Call in. You can call in and talk about it.
No, motherfucker. Don't call in. Yeah, man. But this was a game the Ravens were supposed to win. And, as we continue to see week in and week out, I can't even count last week because last week was an illusion.
Yeah.
Last week was an anomaly, yo. Like,
it's the Dolphins.
Right. Dolphins are equally in the shitter. They don't know what's going on either over there. Down there, I should say. But this was a game that I thought the defense would have been able to, hold just enough for us to score a touchdown or 2 to win this game. I mean, Marcus Mariota still isn't at 100%.
Yeah.
Can't be. And the one thing that stood out to me with this game, I'm going to have to say, is drop passes.
Yeah.
Yo, that is like, that just makes you want to pull your hair out. I mean, we've been riding Perryman all season. I mean, yes, Perryman is bullshit. We made a mistake.
He was a bust. I mean,
Yes.
I said that a couple weeks ago. He's a bust.
I think he had a drop pass that was in the end zone or maybe inside the 5. I was just like, Christ almighty. But the big thing about this is, and which kind of leads us into the next kind of topic, is, this loss really puts the Ravens in a tight place. Prior to yesterday's game, there were still hopes for a wild card, I felt like.
Yeah. There's what, 7 games left for them? They're 4 and 5?
7 games left, yo.
So they got to go like 6-1 at least.
That's my next note. To clinch a wild card, they would most likely have to go 6-1. So let's break down the remaining 7 games, okay? I did this in like 2 parts. I did the first 4 games and the last 3 games. I feel like the first 4 games, these next 4 games are very important for the Ravens, okay? And this is all in chronological order. This is what we're doing. This is what Ravens Nation is doing. We're going to the Packers. Then we got Texans at home, Lions at home, and then we're going to Pittsburgh.
So we got 2 busted quarterbacks, a quarterback that's, shaky, and then there's the Steelers.
Keep in mind that we have to go 6-1. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I see 2 L's off the top.
Really?
With this 4. Why not? Why the hell not with the Lions? Steelers are going to beat us. Steelers are going to beat us.
Oh, no. Even in the down years, like even when they only win 4 games, they still split the games with the Steelers.
We'll see. I'm not optimistic about that at all. I mean, like I said, I see 2 L's. And honestly, like, Green Bay, that could be a 50-50 game. I got to see what Brett Hundley is doing tonight. What? Is there more comments? I don't even want to.
Mike says loss, win-loss.
Yeah.
I know. Packers don't have Rodgers, and they haven't looked good.
Look at what Trubisky did. I can't count that boy out yet till I make an accurate assessment tonight. He's got a formidable opponent tonight with Detroit.
Yeah. Hundley?
Yeah, Brett Hundley. We'll see. You guys, when we come back, we're going to talk more NFL. We're going to talk some NBA. What the hell's going on in Cleveland, yo? The Booty James gang. Looking like some straight booty hop. Don't go nowhere.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream is white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that, somewhere I'm not going. That some kind of sensibility about her that makes me like her for president. But she's not running. We have this old guy that looks like he should be on the popcorn box. Then we have...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, yo, welcome back, you guys. Hey, Mike, go Mab, yo. Hey, I wish Howard was here. You know, he's a Sigma as well. He would have loved that. He would have loved that shout out. That's my brother, Mike Banks, man. He gives me a hard time, but, you know, we chop it up on the football tip. That's my dude. So, when we left off, we were talking about the Baltimore Ravens. Was that where we left off?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so,
for me, it was a tale of two teams.
Yeah.
And the Ravens have not been able to put a complete game together all season. In the first half, the offense was just stumbling, and that's what they've been doing
all season.
I've said it before in games. Some of the interceptions that Flacco has on him just aren't even his fault. Like wacky deflections and just stuff like that. And it happened again this game.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, we're still turning the ball over. And then in that second half, they finally looked like they had some fire, and they started coming up, and they only lost by 3.
But it's always too little too late.
Too little too late.
I don't understand why they wait till the end of the game to get creative with their plays or to take shots downfield.
Yep.
That makes no sense. Yo, I want Marty Mordenheimer,
Morningwig.
Morningwig, whatever his name is. Get him out of here, yo. Seriously. I mean, the fact that, like you said, our first halves, offensive-wise, throughout the season has been abysmal. like 0 to 0 activity.
They're one of the worst teams for third down conversions. Flacco has 8 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
You're talking about a Super Bowl quarterback now.
Yep.
Super Bowl quarterback. I don't get it.
Super Bowl MVP.
Right. Like, yo, I don't... And, you know, I don't think the offensive coordinator gets it. I know, like, you know, he had some ties to a couple of folks with the Ravens organization prior to him coming there, yo. But, yeah, for real, hiring your homeboy is not always the answer. Seriously, man. Like, yo, this guy, I don't know. And it's like I said, it's just baffling to me. Like, we don't take shots down the field till our back is against the wall. I don't get that shit at all. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's disappointing, man. And then you got this whole game of when you're not doing anything, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then all of a sudden you want them to do these crazy plays, or you want them to complete these. It's not fair to them. It's not, you know, I hate Joe Flacco, but it's not fair to him either, yo. Seriously.
The running backs have more receptions than the receivers this year.
That shit is stupid. That is dumb. That is what happens when you have a special teams coach as your head coach in an organization.
And when you're coming from behind... Oh, no, actually, let's just say you don't want to come from behind, because they're 0-23 for the last 16 years. They have not converted an onside kick.
We're not a come from behind team, though. We're not even built for that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have the quarterback for that. We don't have the personnel for that. We don't have the offensive coordinator for that. Like, so all right, let's cut to the chase. What is the probability that the Ravens get that wild card, Mark?
Yeah, 0.
I'm gonna say 0-2. God damn it.
They're gonna win the division. No, kidding.
Shots fired. Eric. Hate the Ravens right now, yo. I'm serious, man.
I mean, they got what, 14 guys on IR or something like that.
Yeah.
A whole lot of, like, the entire offensive line that should have been there. They're all gone, injured.
Yep.
And it's hard not to say, you know, just got to wait till next year when everyone is, cross your fingers, healthy.
Yeah, and, well, needless to say, we didn't make any trade deadline moves. We couldn't make any trade deadline moves. But there were a lot of folks out there that did make some pretty good moves. And we kind of talked about one. We already alluded to one, and that is with Jay Ajayi with the Miami Dolphins, leaving Miami, leaving South Beach, taking his talons up north to the cold, desolate, but victorious Philadelphia Eagles.
And, you know, the Eagles are playing so damn good this year. I wouldn't mind going up the road and catching a game there.
Why not? Shit. Our team ain't doing nothing. I'd rather spend my $100 watching somebody that's winning than watching that garbage. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, like, just when I honestly did not think that the Eagles could improve their team.
But they found a way.
Yes.
And one of the things... Trades in the NFL just haven't been a big thing in the last, I don't know, decade. Either they weren't happening at all, or if they were, there for like someone on second string to back someone up, and they just weren't as powerhouse as they used to be. But this year, like you said, JJ goes from Dolphins to Eagles. Teams are making moves, and this move reminded me of like what you'd see in MLB when a team is right at the trade deadline, either in the hunt for the wild card or the postseason.
Yeah.
And so they want to bolster their team, you know, bolster the pitching staff. Well, that's exactly what they did. They bolstered their team and ensured a way to have better odds of making the playoffs.
And, you know, props to them, because guess what? According to Vegas, they are the new #1 favorite to win it all. Not even the Patriots anymore.
They dethroned the Patriots this week.
Yeah, so a lot needs to be said about that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, what the hell's going on in Miami? How do you just get rid of your one offensive threat? It's not your quarterback.
They're riding off the season.
Fire sale.
Yeah. They're looking towards the draft and what they can get in next year.
That's a complete restructure.
I mean,
and how many times you going to do it?
They have Jay Cutler in at quarterback. They don't even have their regular quarterback because he's out injured.
Right.
Tannehill. It's easy to see that they just wrote off the season. They're not even trying.
Yeah. Yeah. And talking about trades and injuries and whatnot, I want to take a few minutes to talk about Andrew Luck. Because this is, I mean, it's getting some burn in the media, but I feel like it should be getting a little bit more burn just because I feel like karma is a mother. Honestly, I feel like this is a case of bad karma going down to Indianapolis. You guys, the Colts just put Andrew Luck on injured reserve for the rest of the season, right?
Yep.
Shoulder injury. I mean, this thing has been kind of a 2-year affair between his nagging shoulder and the Indianapolis Colts. You know, the Colts have handled this horribly. Yeah, I mean, you laughing, but I mean, I feel like, you know, when he got injured last year, 2016, you know, his bad decision, organization's bad decision, they pushed him out there because they wanted to make the playoffs.
Yep.
They didn't even make the damn playoffs. You know, for probably further aggravated the injury. You know, now you got this guy who's injured and probably pretty fucked up. And he's got the highest salary that ever was in Colts history. What do you do with this guy?
Trade him?
Who's going to take him?
Exactly.
How you going to trade him?
No one's going to take that contract.
I think there is one dummy out there that is hard up enough for a quarterback to take his ass.
Well, you know, the two usual suspects actually have quarterbacks now. That's the Raiders and the Buccaneers. They were always a place that
What about the Cleveland Browns?
No one wants to go there.
He may not want to go there, but if everything falls in line, his ass could end up there.
He's probably going to ask A.J. McCarron how to make sure the trade doesn't go through.
That motherfucker gonna show up with bottles at the headquarters like, yo!
Congratulations! Let's party.
Congratulations! Pop bottles, make it rain. Let's get some strippers in here.
Time's that trade deadline?
Right. We all know how to distract the Cleveland Browns, you know. Yeah, man. So I don't know. You know, I think that they why not get rid of him? Go with what you got. Try to draft somebody. You know, you took a huge gamble with Luck. You took a huge gamble. I feel like you did.
They always acted like he was the second coming of Tom Brady too.
That's why I said, you know, the whole way they handle Peyton Manning and everything. This might be a little bit of bad karma coming back on their ass.
Bad mojo.
Yeah. We'll keep our eye on that situation, see how that plays out when it comes to the end of the season. You know, keep moving with the NFL. Yo, this season has been very interesting in the fact that we have 5 rookie coaches in the NFL this year. And, you know, I love to hear stuff like this because Patrick Ewing picked... No, we ain't talking about Patrick Ewing yet, yo. Next segment, yo. Yeah, back to the show. We got 5 rookie coaches. And, you know, I'm all about fresh new blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that, you know, our Ravens will take that route at the end of the season. But I want to take a few minutes to give them their props and I guess, you know, give our viewers and our listeners our picks of who we thought was doing. I'm gonna hurt Eric. He's just throwing up all these little signs and comments. Who you thought was doing well out of the rookie NFL coaches?
Wait, we're supposed to talk about who we thought are doing well?
Yeah.
They were just supposed to highlight our
who do you like? Who do you like?
Well, obviously, we've talked about the team a little bit earlier.
Sure.
Of course, I like the Broncos. Yep. So I was looking at Vance Joseph.
Okay.
And his history, I guess, is really intriguing. He has a lot of college assistant coaching experience, a lot of coaching experience throughout the NFL too. And he kind of got the cushiest job coming in, you'd think. He's a defensive-minded player and coach. He steps into the team with arguably the best defense in the NFL going into the season.
Yeah, I know.
Because this year they've buckled.
Yeah.
And all he had to do was like ride the team into the playoffs, and now they got Brock Osweiler.
This quarterback situation going on out there.
You're hoping Paxton Lynch is able to play soon because he's off of the injured list. He's practicing, and I think like November 18th or something like that is when he'll be able to play.
Okay.
Quarterbacks are like, there's a reason why they're the most coveted player in the league, why they're the most looked at players in the league, because if your quarterback isn't doing shit, your team's not doing shit.
Absolutely. So that's yours. You go with your favorite team.
Yep.
Okay. Eric, I am going to talk about Sean McDermott. He's like, yeah. Sean McDermott of the Buffalo Bills, you guys. I've been really impressed with what he has been able to do with the organization this year. They're currently 5-3. I believe they're tied for second, or they may be second. Yeah, no, they are second in the AFC East, right behind the Patriots. Yes, yeah, and honestly, there are only 3 teams in the AFC that have better records than them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing very well. Last season they were 7-9. When they missed the playoffs, and I feel like these next 4 games will be a good test for the coach as well as the team. This guy is okay, so I'm 38. He's like 43 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Sean McDermott, and fairly young. And they got the Saints, Chargers, Chiefs, and then the Patriots on deck. And with the new addition of Kelvin Benjamin from Carolina, that's a big upgrade.
Yep.
And they've given McDermott the tools to be successful. And another one of the things, I think he's been able to see what he has in front of them and been able to utilize those guys to the best of their abilities. Because if you take a look at Tyrod Taylor, the quarterback of Buffalo Bills, you take a look at his numbers, they're not really spectacular. You know what I'm saying? So, that just tells me that they've been managing the game well.
Yep.
With him. So, shout out to McDermott. I think that's my guy for the rookie NFL coach that's been doing the best this season. You guys, when we come back, we're going to talk a little, we're going to do real on wrestling. We're going to talk a little basketball. Talk about that LaBooty James game. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Just a bit outside.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium somewhere.
I want to go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that building.
So you just gonna shoot for the moon.
I want to feel it. I want to look out and just feel the vibration of all of those people there to be uplifted and all of that, because that's what I want to do for people.
So are you dancing? Are you...
I want to implement that. I think I want to start doing some blocking. Like, not like, tear it up. But just like a
little 1-2.
Hell, a little, not voguing, but kind of the essence of it. Very cozy and, hit the mark. Yeah, we're not trying to like bust out sweats.
So that means you don't have the dance gene in you.
I can dance.
Okay.
That's not what I was doing. I can dance. But I'm not, trying to get that. That's not my lane. I want to keep it really kind of a retro feel with like the new school with a retro feel. Like
Okay. Little Banji Soul.
Yeah.
People gonna start using that.
Right. And they should.
Little Banji Soul. Yeah. But this market, so people know, like this was mine.
This where it came from. Because people was queens out here now that was princesses last week. They was princesses before my album dropped. Now they queen or something. I'm like, pinky up.
I cannot. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live. On Be Exposed
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle.
Woo!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning.
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great.
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing.
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to
this.
do is turn
Marcy
onto Marcy
and Brad
Avenue.
just broke up,
and go past the first
apparently
3
she's
lights,
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks,
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat, and apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Just a Bit Outside radio show on BeExposedRadio.com. And my tongue-tied self almost just messed all that up. It's been Monday. Each and every Monday we say thanks for tuning in. You're watching us on Facebook, you're watching us on YouTube, the TuneIn app, and the Radio Loyalty app. I knew it was going to come.
Yep.
So thanks for watching, listening, especially if you're watching us live, because we like the interaction. But if you're catching us on a Thursday, that's great. Mike, if you want to call, 410-702-5657. I'm going to get my ass kicked.
Yeah, man. You're cruising for a bruising. Yo, when we left off, we talked about the rookie coaches. And I just want to go outside, a little bit outside the realm of football, and let's do, one of our favorite segments, the Real on Wrestling. Yo, we haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, it's been a busy few weeks for us.
Yeah. Didn't we have UFC 217?
UFC 217 happened.
Okay.
GSP, George St. Pierre, he came back and he won.
Right.
Got a new title.
Lots of upsets this weekend.
Lots of upsets, yeah.
TJ
Dillashaw. There was something about him getting knocked out in practice, too. Mm-hmm. Like a video came out. Mm-hmm. I saw just a little bit about that, though. Mm-hmm. I wasn't able to watch all of it. James, I saw you watching earlier. You're the MMA guy. Give us some info.
You know, Jimmy gave me the play-by-play.
Did he?
For every fight. Yeah, he watched everything over the weekend.
There was the women's fight too.
Yes.
Oh, what was their names? I had it earlier, and then I switched off that page. Technical difficulties.
But that was a pretty good one as well. What Jimmy was telling me.
It was, and they're already looking for a rematch. And the girl that won, she said, she's not even interested in a rematch.
Right.
Because the other fighter tapped to punches, basically to strikes.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, there's no doubt about it. She won, and she just wants to move on to the next opponent.
I don't blame her, yo. Keep it moving.
Yep.
Keep it moving. What's going on with wrestling? Anything going down with?
Yeah, WWE, they're gearing up towards Survivor Series. It's one of their original pay-per-views. Actually, it's their second ever pay-per-view event. They started up after WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. This year with the brand split, they have the brands going against each other. Team SmackDown versus Team Raw. Aside from some interpromotional matches, which Jinder Mahal is going to get his ass kicked by Brock Lesnar, champion versus champion.
Right.
There's Team SmackDown, which is going to be headed up by Shane McMahon, the general manager. No, whatever, one of those titles of SmackDown, and he'll be
Big Dog. SmackDown Big Dog.
Executive producer. Yeah. He's going to be heading up the team of SmackDown against the Raw team, which is going to be captained by Kurt Angle, who just had his return return match a few weeks ago. He returned to WWE back in March with the Hall of Fame, but he's on his way to having another match or being part of another match, which is pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. And I definitely see Kurt Angle, like I said before, he's going to participate in WrestleMania in a match capacity. I wouldn't be surprised if they're gearing up towards Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon at that event, which they had an absolute bloody, hellacious match back in like 2002, King of the Ring. If you're on the fence about wrestling, oh, that stuff's so fake. Kurt Angle, Shane McMahon, King of the Ring, YouTube.
It's more real than that.
It's brutal. And just like it's intense and everything as a wrestling fan you want. Also in the world of wrestling, Global Force, Impact Wrestling, they're like the second company, actually I'd say third. They held their biggest pay-per-view of the year this year, and no one cares. Like,
really?
Even one of the websites that I usually check, like, didn't have any coverage.
Boom, 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 boom.
Do I even need to give results of that? No one cares.
Damn, that's messed up. That's messed up.
Chris Jericho, everyone knows Chris Jericho?
Yes.
He's been a part of WWE for a long time. He goes off and he does his own thing. He actually has a band called Fozzy. So he goes on tour doing music every so often, comes back for wrestling.
That's cool.
He's going to be doing his first non-WWE match in 18 years. Yeah, since June of 99. It's going to be in New Japan. New Japan is like the WWE of Japan. Their big WrestleMania is in January, Wrestle Kingdom. And they kind of threw a curveball at everyone because him and this independent guy, Kenny Omega, who's a huge name on the independent circuit, they started beefing on Twitter, and it looked real. Like, they just started going after each other. And then this past weekend, the challenge came out, Jericho versus Omega at Wrestle Kingdom. And after the match was accepted, Jericho, he's known to go on and break kayfabe, like talk real. And he's like, we got you all.
Yeah.
So that's pretty big news. But I think the biggest news, and Jimmy and I, we kind of talked about it last week. Tomorrow night, ESPN 30 for 30.
Oh, yeah.
The Nature Boy.
Yeah.
Rick. Woo! Woo! Flair. That's a must watch.
When we come back, we're going to talk basketball.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous.
You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, you know, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, you know, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. Like,
yes.
I've learned, I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do. I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you know you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place you, like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Yeah, make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What's up? What's good? What's good? We're back. Just a bit outside. Sports radio show on BeExposedRadio.com. Hey, yo, we be forgetting to tell y'all, but I've been drinking. Yo, share the link, Share the link, man. I know you got friends that are sports fans. I know you got friends that like to cut up. I know you got fans that's fans. I know you got friends that's in Baltimore with us, chilling, man. Share the link. Let your friends know what's goody.
Share the link. Share the love.
Yeah, right. Share the love, damn it. Yo, speaking of love, I want to shout out Love Shakira. Baby, I don't know who you are, but thank you for watching. You know who that is, Mark? That's
Nope.
your friend?
Not my friend.
Sounds like that would be your
But
friend.
we can be friends.
Yes, Love. Mimi Howard, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. Where did we leave off, Mark? What we doing?
Well, we wrapped up Real on Wrestling. And now, the National Basketball Association.
Well, actually, before we do that, I want to talk about Patrick Ewing. Let's do a little college basketball real quick.
Okay.
Eric, Patrick Ewing, my man, he's got it. You guys, Georgetown has a new sheriff in town. It is the Patrick Ewing. Man, this dude's got some pretty big shoes to fill, man. He's been charged with the task of bringing back Georgetown basketball.
It's a good thing he has big feet.
Right.
And I just
good thing he's like
tongue-tied that
6'8".
to you.
Yeah, I mean, so what do you think about that?
I think it's interesting. Like you said, Georgetown, they've kind of been slumping, and it'll be interesting to see what he does. I'm never sold on a good player becoming a good coach. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're better players than leaders, better players than coaches. I mean, just look at LeBron James for that.
But you know, Pat's got some coaching. He does have a little coaching experience. He bounced around the NBA a little bit.
He did. Georgetown, it's man, it's one of those teams that especially like when you started watching basketball in the 80s, like the college basketball back in the 80s, Georgetown was it. Like, you think of Kentucky nowadays, and you know, just the premier Duke's always there. That's who Georgetown used to be.
Patrick was there.
Yep.
That's the time.
Yeah. They'd always be in your bracket for the Final Four.
Allen Iverson.
Like you said, big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
And I think he could do it.
Yeah.
I think so. It might take 3 years or so rebuilding, but I could see them doing it.
I think he can as well. You know, Georgetown, you know, you already alluded to a little bit, is one of those elite basketball programs back in the day. As of late, they've kind of fallen from grace. I believe they missed a tournament. I know they missed a tournament 3 out of the last 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been a minute since they've gone to the big show in March. And, you know, they're looking to get back to that. And Patrick Ewing has an extensive basketball career, you guys. I mean, he's played at the pro level, collegiate level, coached with the Magic, Rockets, Wizards, Hornets. So he's got the experience. And, you know, to be honest with you, just the name alone is already starting to turn things around. Yo, they had this guy, Matt McClung. He had recently committed to play basketball at Rutgers. And when Patrick Ewing came on board, he decommitted from Rutgers to play for Georgetown.
Really?
Yeah, and they just signed 2 other, I believe they got 2 other young high school boys to commit that were up there in the rankings. So, I mean, the name alone is already starting to bring attention to the program. I mean, let's face it, you know, a name like Patrick Ewing, that's one of the best players to come through Georgetown, if not the best player.
Certainly one of the best.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I'm kind of surprised that the name carries that much weight.
Really?
With the high schoolers of today.
Okay.
Because he's been retired for how long?
I'll give you that.
From active playing. And he's been retired over 10 years now, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of surprised that these kids that you know, a lot of times when they're recruiting, they're going after like juniors.
Mm-hmm.
So like 16 years old, 17 years old. I'm surprised these kids know the name.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, they got somebody to decommit, and to me, that's a big deal.
Yeah. You
know, when you got somebody that's already ready to go and changes their mind at the last minute like that, I'm pretty sure the Rutgers doesn't appreciate it, but that's a big deal. So, I mean, he's got big shoes to fill. I mean, you know, John Thompson III, which was the son of John Thompson Jr., who is, in fact, in charge of basketball operations at Georgetown. Fired his son. Right after he fired his son. Right, that's crazy. Fired his son. Very next thing he did was pick up the phone and call Patrick Ewing. So, you know, I mean, they got some high expectations for him. We'll see how that pans out this basketball season. And, you know, best of luck to Patrick Ewing, man, in your first head coaching job. That's a wonderful thing.
Absolutely.
Wonderful thing. Let's keep it going with basketball. Yo, we've been We've been prepping y'all all night. What the hell is going on with the Cleveland Cavaliers? I am not holding any punches on these Bammers, yo. LeBooty James gang, they are sliding. Last week we said, is there cause for alarm? No. Right, shots fired is what we do. No cause for alarm last week. These Bammers continue to lose. And not only are they losing on the court, they're losing their players too. They lose Tristan Thompson. Yo, what's going on with Cleveland, Mark? What's going on?
Not a whole lot's going on in Cleveland. I will stick by what I said last week. When we predicted the season, I said Cleveland's going to go to the finals. They're going to struggle through the first half of the season. They're going to probably make some trades to bolster that lineup, and they will stumble into the playoffs and stumble into the finals, but I'm sticking to that.
You are?
I am sticking to it.
Okay. I can respect that. Yo, they lost 5 out of the last 6, I believe, 6 out of the last 8. I mean, you know, the only win they got recently was against the Wizards. And honestly, the only reason why they won that game was because LeBron literally took matters into his own hands and scored every bucket of the second half, honestly.
We've seen that out of them before, though.
Right. But, you know, LeBron can't do that every night.
Yeah.
We all know this. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, the Pacers, the Knicks, the Pelicans, all whooped the Lil Booty James gang. I mean, these are teams that's at lower tier teams we talking about here. All of them. Whooped them real good. Yo, and now we got Dwayne Wade. Eric, we got Dwayne Wade sitting on the sideline like, man, this is some bullshit. Starters need to start pulling their weight. You know what I'm saying? He calls out the starters. Kevin Love, this Bama, who is a starter, agrees with him. The hell is going on in Cleveland?
It's like family. You know, you don't like to hear other people criticize, but you're open to criticizing each other.
Yeah.
And if they're going to be calling out each other, I'm fine with it. Maybe not a little bit so much publicly. Call a players-only meeting. Be like, get some fire.
They had a meeting.
Get some fire under our asses.
They had a meeting, and Bama's still losing. They lost last night.
Well,
okay?
Kevin Love, he got rushed to the hospital, too, yesterday.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday? Yeah. Stomach pain and felt out of sorts.
Sure.
But he's back in practice, and he should be in the next game.
Man, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what any Cleveland, they might as well be a Cleveland Brown. Cleveland Cavaliers fans say, these Bammers are missing Kyrie Irving right now.
Yeah.
You can't tell me. Yo, Cleveland Cavaliers look old as fuck right now. Yo, I don't mean no harm. Yes. And for real, the only Bama that's out there balling besides LeBron James, and I will stand corrected on this, is Derrick Rose. Yo, you know how I was feeling about broke leg Rose, broke knee Rose.
A lot of people used to feel that way.
And I stand corrected. This dude is out here giving you 18 points every night.
Do you think for him maybe like the pressure of being the man in Chicago was too much, and you know, obviously he has the injuries and never really played in Chicago.
Well, we all know Derrick Rose is a special person. We all know Derrick Rose is special.
Maybe he needs to not be the man and just be a man within the team.
Well, he's certainly embracing this role, and, you know, things didn't go well in New York either. So maybe you're right. Maybe he doesn't need to be the man. Maybe he's good as a supporting cast member. I mean, he's certainly playing the role very well in Cleveland.
If he's, you know, second or third player, you know, in the order of things, and he's putting up 20 points and staying healthy, hell yeah, take it.
Yeah, and you know, Cleveland's having some offensive problems. You know, they're still trying to find their way. I feel like they're still trying to get into a rhythm. Chemistry is involved, and now we have the injury to Tristan Thompson. Now, you know, I've expressed my thoughts about Tristan Thompson. I actually thought he should be starting at center. I'm not really a big fan of Kevin Love at center, but now you lose Tristan Thompson, Eric, my man. And with the loss of this, Tyronn Lue has to shift and get a little creative with your lineup. And basically, he has no other options but to play small ball.
And they haven't had Isaiah Thomas all season either.
Exactly. And I'm just wondering, like, how well is that going to work? I mean, Tristan Thompson, of course, has got it made. He's chilling right now. He's off for a month. He's going to Halloween parties with that Kardashian chick. He's sitting at home. He's watching Dwayne Wade and Kevin Love go off. And he's like, man, I'm so happy I don't have to suffer LeBron's wrath right now. But, I'm just wondering how long are they be able to play small ball? The next opponent tomorrow, guess who they play? Milwaukee Bucks. Let me cut to the chase. Right, Milwaukee Bucks. Greek Freak's gonna tear that ass up. Believe that. Shots fired. That's what I do. So, I mean, what do you think? More tough times ahead for Cleveland?
Yeah. It's gonna get. What's that saying? It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
After that, they have the Rockets. Let's see. Then the Mavericks, the Knicks, the Hornets, the Clippers. And there's some tough teams in there.
Yeah, that's
Pistons
what I said.
right after that.
Sometimes ahead, yo. Don't count the Knicks out. They just beat the shit out of Cleveland. Seriously.
Yeah.
So, we'll keep an eye on Cleveland and see how that whole thing. I'm expecting a LeBron James meltdown within the next week or so. If we get 2 more L's, I'm thinking I'm expecting a meltdown.
We've seen it before.
Yeah. I'm expecting some headlines.
He needs to win because he's got that free agent year next year.
Yeah, well,
he wants that contract.
We'll talk about that ad nauseum in about 6 months or so. I'm sure we will. Let's keep it going with the NBA talk. We were talking about the Knicks a little bit earlier. I want to talk about the Knicks a little bit more. Knicks been playing kind of well.
Mm-hmm.
Got rid of Rose, got rid of Melo, got rid of the old heads, the old broke up players, and they're playing well. Shots fired, it's what we do. Knicks playing some ball. Actually, they're 5-4, tied for second in the Atlantic Division. Kristaps, Porzingis. What do you think about that guy? He's balling.
I'm tongue-tied. You asked me to say Porzingis?
Porzingis. How do I get that right? You don't. Usually, I'm the one with the spicy moment. Kristaps, Porzingis.
Poor Spicy. He hasn't been seen in such a long time.
Yeah, I miss that guy. I do.
I think the Knicks are a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
That whole offseason drama, like when they shipped off Carmelo, and the parting of ways with Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
It really
Phil
looked
Jackson
like
had no idea what the fuck he was talking about anyway. So
Phil Jackson, you put in as a coach, you don't put him in the front office. And I don't know why they ever thought that was going to be a good fit.
Yeah.
But I really thought the Knicks were headed towards a worse season than before.
A lot of us did, including Phil Jackson. And Kristaps is proving everybody wrong, yo.
Yep.
He had a career high 40 yesterday.
Mm.
He was named Eastern Conference Player of the Week today. He's getting the ball more. I think he's pretty happy that Carmelo was gone. And a lot of people were doubting that he would be able to shoulder the burden of being able to, like take this broken Knicks organization and elevate the game.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But he has done just that. And I got to shout him out for that, dog. Like, yo, Kristaps, with your international ass. Welcome to America. Welcome to MSG. You're doing well. Doing well.
Carmelo, too. I always felt the Knicks was just a bad fit for him.
Yeah, I mean, that trade, everything, that worked out well for everybody. Everybody's happier. Those are the type of trades I like to see. You guys, when we come back, we're going to wrap this shit up, man. It's the The last stretch. Feel goods. We'll give you an update on Monday Night Football. Don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside. Kescia, Mark, Kescia.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to
Business owners, need more customers? Offer fantasy sports contests and generate more sales. Restaurants, bars, hotels, auto dealerships, real estate offices. Whatever your business, fantasy sports contests can help you increase your sales and bring you more loyal customers. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. Our software lets you customize contests fast and easy for your brand. That's right. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. That's 888-55-SPORT or visit Fanify.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Alright guys, home stretch, final 5 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun. We always say that shit. We gotta find something else to say.
I think we need to pack less into our lineup because we didn't hit a lot of shit tonight.
Right, y'all don't even know we had so much more stuff on the menu, but we had some pretty good conversation. I gotta pound that shit. Mark, let's do an update on Monday Night Football.
Oh, actually, like during the fist bump.
Love that.
Lions got a touchdown. It's 6-0. So getting ready to kick that PAT.
Who's going to touchdown? Did it say?
The Lions.
I mean, but who won?
Oh, I don't know.
Passing, rushing. Okay.
That's a minute 45 left in the first.
I need points, yo. Come
on. We just finished up NBA talk. There's one game going on right now. Okay. Celtics Hawks at the half tied up 54-all.
That's surprising.
Yes, because I think their records are exactly flipped of each other.
Hawks ain't won shit.
8-2, 2-8.
Yeah, I think the only team they have beat is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay. On the Lions, no huddle, shotgun, Stafford pass to Jones, 25 yards, and they kicked the PAT 7-0 now.
So that's 1 point. I got 9 more points to go, man. Come on, Prater.
Stop throwing touchdowns, Stafford.
Right, man. I need field goals, dog. I need field goals. Okay, so we were talking about the NBA. We just wrapped it up talking about the Knicks and Chris Stapps. So shout out to them, doing well. Let's switch it over to the West Coast. The Memphis Grizzlies, Eric, my man. Yo, the Memphis Grizzlies are, to me, one of the surprises of the Western Conference, and they continue to beast the West. You know, what sort of things have you noticed with the Memphis Grizzlies in the Western Conference?
I'm actually surprised. No, I'm not surprised. I'm glad that they're doing so well, because I do kind of remember at the end of last season we were talking about how they had this nucleus of young talent that was really doing something, even though they didn't have a chance in hell of making the playoffs at that point. They were putting something together that I'm glad has carried over to this year.
Yeah, I mean, they had the highest paid person in the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mike Conley.
Yeah.
Yep. So, you know, those are one of the teams of the Western Conference that I think are a shock to everyone, because, you know, even with all the talk that we've done about the up-and-coming teams, we didn't mention the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a pleasant surprise, and we'll keep an eye on them and their progress as they navigate through the first half of the NBA season. Yo, we keep forgetting about doing this segment because it's so new, but I'm going to squeeze it into the last few minutes. The hometown hero. We want to shout out the local love, some of our local sports folks around the way. What's up?
We're going to remember a few weeks back, the Ravens traveled over to Minnesota.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they lost that game, but there was a good story to come out of that.
Okay.
There is a young man, a 12-year-old from Iowa, Carl Tubbs, who was bullied.
Ooh.
He's been bullied because he does Irish dancing. Now, come on. So apparently, you know, all the other 12-year-old boys are like, that's girl stuff, only girls do that.
Aww.
But to show that he's, you know, girls aren't the only ones that do that, the Baltimore Ravens' own running back Alex Collins has done Irish dancing for quite a few years, like going back to like high school and I think even middle school, to help with his agility and his balance and everything in sports. So at this Minnesota game that the Ravens played at, they invited the young man and his family to the game.
Nice.
Collins met with him before the game, gave him a lot of words of encouragement, met him after the game, gave him a couple of balls signed by all the Ravens.
That's awesome, man.
And basically told the kid, you know, don't listen to those kids.
Do your thing. Do your thing, baby.
And now he's actually had some of the kids approach him and apologize because they heard he met this NFL player who also did the Irish dancing.
Girlfriend on deck for that dude. Yo, you guys, I think we're at the finish line, man. We had such a good time chopping it up with you guys tonight. I'd like to thank all of our fans who tuned in and commented, and don't forget, yo, you can still share that show, man. Make sure you do that. What? Oh no, Mark. What about Mark? Yeah, we got it. So, you know how we end this show? Baltimore, spread love, yo. Look at this paper toss going. Till next week, Bamas.
Do yourself a favor and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.